1000 RR in action. Hello everybody, this is the Range Rover Doctor, also known as the Automotive Mofasa. Today I'm going to be servicing my 2017 Yamaha Tracer MT-09. I have a lot of bikes, but this is one of my favorite bikes because once I get on it, it just goes and keeps going. The Yamaha reliability. So I actually don't ride this bike that much. You can see the cobwebs there. So in my 3 years of ownership, I've only ridden this bike like 10 times because it has to share the bed with like 5 other bikes. So I'm going to be showing you all you need for a quick service. Oil change for your MT-09, Tracer 9, MT-10, and every other member of the family. I'll also be showing you these wonderful products we have for sale. These products are actually handpicked for the Tracer MT-09 family. We have other products in our NX1 store for all bikes. For a quick change of the engine oil in your MT-09 and other variants, this is all you need. First of all, you need the oil filter. We have all oil filters in stock and we buy directly from the manufacturers. It's very, very dangerous to use oil filters that you do not know the source. So we buy directly from Yamaha. This is the 5GH1334061, and you need the 18 socket to get out the drain plug because the flat and every other tool will not get in there. You need the filler and you need the, of course, you need the engine oil. For all my road bikes, I use the Motul 7100 10W40. And of course, I'm going to show you what you will use this for. That's actually a DIY drain pan. Okay, now here comes the delicate moment to take this out. I have other tools in the workshop. The oil filter wrench, but I'm going to show you the simplest way to take this out without the wrench. For your choice of homemade oil filter removers, you can actually use a screwdriver and a hammer like I will demonstrate now, or you can get these locally made. They come up very cheap, or you can just get a chain. You can get a chain and slot this in there. In here, so you hold on to this tight and so the first thing I'll be doing is to bring my engine internals up to temperature because like I said, this bike has been parked for a long time. So the first thing I'm going to do is to start it, let it idle for a bit and turn it off, then allow it cool off. So the engine is nice and warm and drains off. There's so many schools of thought when it comes to engine temperature when you're changing your oil. But for me, I allow the engine to warm up and now I'm cool down a bit. So if you're not too sure, please do not place your hands on the engine block. What I do is I sprinkle a little bit of water, and if it doesn't evaporate immediately or takes time, I know it's nice and warm, so it allows all the oil to drain off. Okay, so that's it. My starter relay had a bit of delay there, so I guess I'm going to change that. But I noticed that if I park any bike for a bit, the starter relay gets the contacts give out and maybe a little bit of debris or corrosion. But for the Yamaha Tracer Once a ride for a few days, it works perfectly well. So that's the tracer pouring sweetly away. I'm waiting for it to come up to temperature, and I turn off and I come back to drain. So for my tracer, anything from an indicated temperature, coolant temperature of 70 degrees Celsius is okay. So I turn off, let it cool for a bit, and okay, so here are some accessories and kits for your bike. First of all, we'll go through the oil. We have the resin oil in stock, castor resin oil for very powerful engines. We also have the Activo for long distance, and we have the 5W40. So I have a smaller bike, the XT660R. It's a single cylinder. I use that for my bike. And of course, you have the speed shooter. This you must get because of the quality of our fuel, especially for newer bikes. You need this to keep your injectors clear, to keep everything running smoothly, because the octane level of our fuel here is very bad. This makes it like premium. You're buying premium fuel. And of course, we have tools for your bike. So just visit us on NX1. I'll place the link directly beneath this video so you can actually visit the store and get your tools. And of course, we have the filters. Over here, I just brought out the filters for the Yamaha MT series, and we have this beautiful Bluetooth system that fits into your helmets. And we have the single, and of course we have the stereo Bluetooth receiver. So it turns your helmet into a full Bluetooth enabled system. And yes, we have this. These are razors. The Yamaha Tracer 9 for some reason is kind of low, so you can actually install this to increase the height of your Yamaha Tracer. And we have chain cleaners, chain lube, and this is for your leather, keeps it fresh. And for your smelly helmets, this keeps out that stench, makes it fresh all the time. And okay, we have this helmet LED light here that illuminates your helmet, gives you that warning sign. As you can see, I have it installed on my bike, on my bicycle, my e-bike, and that's it. We have 3 modes. And the beautiful thing is that you can just take this off. It comes with this Velcro you can attach to 2 helmets. So I have one on my helmet and one on my bicycle. And then I come to this. Every biker should have this. This is a beautiful, powerful air pump. So I'm going to put a link to this particular product separately so you see it work. So it's a power bank, it's an air pump, it has a strobe light for illumination, and you can keep this in your trunk or in your backpack or in your luggage box for 6 months, and the power is still there. And it pumps up your tires whenever you have a flat, and you can actually pre-program the recommended tire pressure in here, so it just keeps it at that, and you don't have to worry when you have those flats. So many other products in-house. Visit us on our Instagram page, visit our website, NX1, for all your biking needs. So to create my drain pan, I'm going to cut. Okay, one moment. Okay. So now that this is properly cut, you can actually get surgical gloves so you don't touch the engine oil. So I would recommend you open your drain plug, your filler plug first. If it's tough, you can actually put a spanner here and just tap a little bit to have this free. Okay, free it up and close it back, but not too tight, so it doesn't become tight to open again. So you'll be placing your 18-inch socket here. And it's a bit stubborn, you may have to tap. Okay. So whenever I'm draining, even though there's a breather, I actually take up the oil cap so everything drains nicely out. So if we look inside the oil filter, you know that the oil filter retainer doesn't go beyond this point. So you're going to puncture here. So here's what I'm going to do. I have this hammer over here and a screwdriver. So I'm going to put it somewhere here. This is where you're going to puncture. To give you that swivel, you go down a little bit. So right now I have a bigger screwdriver and pop, 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 pop. So be very careful not to go towards the start of the filter, okay? Yeah. Okay. So get this off. You can screw off. Okay. So to change the filter, I'll take up the filter. Okay. And you need a bit of oil. A bit of oil. To grease this up nicely. So I'm going to fit this in nicely. So some people actually fill in a bit of oil in here, so I'm going to do that right now. It doesn't really matter if you do or not because you're going to have enough in the sump that is going to go through here. So I'm going to fill that up right now. Okay, so I have a bit of oil in the oil filter and I tighten away. Now always remember, hand tighten. Don't use any tool, please. So hand tighten nicely. If you don't have enough grip, use a cloth. And always watch out for this bolt here. I've had my hand scraped a couple of times here when you're tightening. Be very careful. So the next thing will be to install back your drain plug. If you have a new drain plug with the crush washer damaged, this is the time to install it. So install back your drain plug. tighten back the drain plug. Tighten back the drain plug. If you have a torque wrench, you should be tightening back to about 25 Nm. Without a torque wrench, don't tighten with too much force. So I'm going to clean off every trace of oil, so if there's any leak, I'll be able to trace it. But ideally, you should wash off your sump and wait to dry before you service. So do a wash, an underbody wash of all this, and wait before your service. That's ideal. Now we're about to fill the oil. The manual says 3.4 liters. So what I have done is, because we put a little bit in the oil filter, what I've done is I've taken out 0.4, 400 ml, and we're going to put the rest here. My filter has a tiny neck, so probably going to take a while. So I'm going to clean this off, clean up every trace of oil, have it properly tightened. And here is another very important part. Even if your bike has a service minder, somewhere in your phone, in your diary, please note down your service date and your mileage. It will really help. Some bikes do have a service minder and some don't. So I'm going to start the bike again and let it run. So reset your maintenance on the tracer. You need to push the menu button, which will bring you up to this. So with maintenance showing on the cluster, push the menu button again, push this again, and it comes to this screen. Then push the reset button, and it flashes. There you go. So there you go. So your 3132 stands for the rear and the front tires, I think. There'll be another video on that. But your oil maintenance has been reset. So right now I'm setting some other parameters, including the clock. So from the same menu, you scroll down with this to the clock, and you push the menu button again, which will take you here, and you can scroll up with the change the time settings here. Or push the menu button again. What's the time? 27. So, okay, and so to get the PM, just scroll across. I think I always like my clock to be a bit ahead. Okay, so here we go. All right. So right now I'm using a can of the speed shooter because the bike has been parked for a bit. I need to get some other stuff for this. I hope the rust doesn't get into the tank. So but with this, I'm sure that any gunk or any stuff with the fuel is okay.